Welcome to the Linux Guy Guru, and now your host, Jay Benjamin.
Hi, my name is Jay Benjamin. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Linux Guy Guru. Our topic for today's program is Libre Office Productivity Application. I'll begin our program by providing a brief introduction to Libre Office. So what is Libre Office? Libre Office is a productivity suite and is defined as two or more applications bundled together and used for creating documents, presentations, spreadsheets, and databases. Other applications that might be included in the bundle are email clients, calculators, formula editors, illustration or drawing software, and a whole lot more. Commonly, they are all tied together by a default look and feel, which makes sticking to one particular suite much easier. And because Linux or Ubuntu uses LibreOffice as its standard Office suite, and I'll also take a brief look at some of the other Linux-based productivity applications in this program. For the majority of users of productivity suites, LibreOffice should fulfill most, if not all, of your requirements. However, the first hurdle is not whether it can do what you require it to do, but rather whether it can successfully import and export to proprietary Microsoft formats at a standard as acceptable to your needs. Most of the time, LibreOffice should import and export with minimal hassle, perhaps getting a bit stuck with some of the more esoteric Microsoft Office formatting. Given that most users do not go much beyond tabs, columns, and tables, this level of compatibility should suffice. However, you are strongly advised to round up a selection of documents and spreadsheets that seem the most likely to be difficult for the import-export filter and test them thoroughly, of course, keeping a backup of the originals. There is nothing worse for a system administrator who has deployed a new productivity suite than to suddenly get users complaining that they cannot read their files. And this would quickly destroy any benefits gained by the other useful functions within LibreOffice and could even mark the return of proprietary formats and expensive Office suites. On the positive side, LibreOffice supports a huge array of file formats and can export to nearly 70 types of documents. Such a variety of file formats means that you should be able to successfully use LibreOffice in nearly any environment, including formats no longer used by currently produced and maintained software, so it may be able to open up some old files and documents you had once given up for lost. So let's get into LibreOffice and see what's included. LibreOffice contains a number of productivity applications for use in creating documents, preparing spreadsheets, organizing presentations, managing products, and so on. The following components of the LibreOffice package are included with Ubuntu. We'll begin with Writer. This word processing program enables you to compose, format, and organize text documents. If you are accustomed to using Microsoft Word, the functionality of LibreOffice Writer will be familiar to you. Calc. This spreadsheet program enables you to manipulate numbers in a spreadsheet format. Support is for all the most esoteric Microsoft Excel functions, means their trading spreadsheets with Excel users should be successful. Calc offers some limited compatibility with Excel macros, but those macros generally have to be rewritten. Impress. This presentation program is similar to Microsoft PowerPoint and enables you to create slideshow presentations that include graphs, diagrams, and other graphics. Impress also works well with most PowerPoint files. And now I'll go over a number of other applications that can be gotten from the repositories. The following 5 applications are not included by default with Ubuntu, for example, but are quite useful. All but Dia are part of the LibreOffice project and add features to the suite that are not used as often as those Ubuntu installs by default. You must install them from the Ubuntu repositories if you want or require their functionality. One of those would be Math. This math formula editor enables you to write mathematical formulas with a number of math fonts and symbols for inclusion in a word processing document. Such symbols are highly specialized and not easily included in the basic functionality of a word processor. This is of interest primarily to math and science writers, but math can be useful to anyone who needs to include a complex formula in text. And then there's Base. This is a fully functional database application. And Draw. This graphics application allows you to create images for inclusion in the documents produced with LibreOffice. It saves files only in LibreOffice format, but it can't import most common image formats. Then there's Dia. This technical drawing editor from the GNOME Office suite enables you to create measured drawings such as those used by architects and engineers. Its functionality is similar to that of Microsoft Visio. And rounding off the list, there's Planner. You can use this project management application for project planning, scheduling, and tracking. This application is similar to, but not compatible with, Microsoft Project. After you install it, you will find it under the name Project Management. And I would like to, as a side note here, give you a brief history of LibreOffice. The OpenOffice.org's Office suite is based on a commercial suite called Star Office. Originally developed by a German company, Star Office was purchased by Sun Microsystems in the United States. One of the biggest complaints about the old Star Office was that all the component applications were integrated under a Star Office desktop that looked much like a Microsoft Windows desktop, including a start button and menu. This meant that to edit a simple text, unneeded applications had to be loaded, making the Office suite slow to load, slow to run, and quite demanding on system resources. After the purchase of Star Office, Sun Microsystems released a large part of the Star Office code under the GNU public license, and development began on what has become OpenOffice.org, which is freely available under the GPL. Sun also continued development on Star Office. The significant difference between the free and commercial versions of the software are that Star Office provides more fonts and even more import-export file filters than OpenOffice.org. And there are productivity applications written for Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Windows is fundamentally different from Linux, yet you can install and run with some Microsoft Windows applications in Linux by using an application named Wine. Wine enables you to use Microsoft Windows and DOS programs on Unix-based systems. Wine includes a program loader that you can use to execute a Windows binary along with a DLL library that implements Windows commands, calls, and translates them as well. And there are other Office suites available for Ubuntu. As mentioned earlier, LibreOffice is a default application suite for Ubuntu. However, as is common in the open source world, there are plenty of alternatives should you find that LibreOffice does not meet your specific requirements. And these choices include the popular GNOME Office and also K-Office, the default KDE productivity suite. You are likely to hear more about LibreOffice, especially as more and more people realize that it is generally compatible with Microsoft Office file formats. Interesting, the state of Massachusetts not long ago elected to standardize on 2 file formats for use in government, the Adobe Acrobat PDF format and the Oasis Open Document format, both of which are supported natively in LibreOffice. The other Office suites available for Ubuntu is GNOME Office, which is a collection of individual applications. Unlike LibreOffice, GNOME Office does not have a coherent suite of applications, meaning that you have to get used to using a word processor that offers no integration with a spreadsheet and cannot work directly with a presentation package. However, if you need only 1 or 2 components, it is worthwhile investigating GNOME Office. And here are some of the primary components of the GNOME Office suite that are available in Ubuntu. Abby Word. This word processing program enables you to compose, format, and organize text documents and has some compatibility with the Microsoft Word file format. It uses plugins, which are programs that add functionality such as language translation to enhance its functionality. Then there's Numeric. This spreadsheet program enables you to manipulate numbers in a spreadsheet format. Support for all but the most esoteric Microsoft Excel functions means that users should have little trouble trading spreadsheets with Excel users. And then there's GIMP, one of my favorites. This graphics application allows you to create images for general use. It can import and export all common graphic file formats. GIMP is similar to Adobe's Photoshop application. And lastly, there's Evolution. Evolution is a mail client with an interface similar to Microsoft Outlook, providing email, scheduling, and calendaring. The loose association of applications known as GNOME Office includes several additional applications that duplicate the functionality of applications already provided by Ubuntu. Those extra GNOME applications are not included in the default installation of Ubuntu to eliminate redundancy. They are all available from the GNOME Office website at www.gnome.org/GNOME-OFFICE- and it's also available in the Ubuntu software repositories. Now I'll discuss K-Office. The K-Office suite was developed to provide tight integration with the KDE desktop. Integration enables objects in one's application to be inserted in other applications via drag and drop, and all the applications can communicate with each other, so a change in an object is instantly communicated to other applications. The application integration provided by KDE is a significant enhancement to productivity. Some GNOME desktop applications have a similar communication faculty with each other. If you use the KDE desktop instead of the default GNOME desktop, you can enjoy the benefits of this integration along with the Conqueror web and file browser. The word processor for K-Office is KWord. KWord is a frames-based word processor, meaning that document pages can be formatted in frame sets that hold text, graphics, and objects in enclosed areas. You can use frame sets to format text on a page that include text and images within columns that the text needs to flow around, making KWord an excellent choice for creating documents other than standard business letters such as newsletters and brochures. I like to add here that KWord and other components of K-Office are stable, but are still under development and lack all the polished features of Libre Office and Abbey Word. However, it does have this capability to work with the open document format found in LibreOffice, as well as limited compatibility with Microsoft file formats. The K-Office K-Spread client is a functional spreadsheet program that offers graphicing capabilities along with all the other standard spreadsheet functionality. KDE includes other productivity options in K-Office. These include an address book, time tracker, calculator, notepad, and scheduler. One popular application is Contact, which provides daily, weekly, work week, and monthly views of tasks, to-do lists, and schedule appointments with background alarms. Working with PDF files in Ubuntu is simple. The functionality is available by default thanks to an installed program called Events. Open the PDF and Events opens and you'll be able to read the document. Sometimes filling out forms is less straightforward as the form might have been created using functionality only available from Adobe. You can install Adobe Reader from the Ubuntu Software Center from the Canonical Partner section. Adobe Reader should work with any PDF form created using Adobe software, whether it was created on Windows, Mac OS X, or Linux. On occasion, you might find that you have a PDF file that you want to edit. This is a little more complex, but not as difficult as it used to be. There are two good methods to get you started, install an extension to LibreOffice, or use a program created just for editing PDF files. And to install the LibreOffice extension, you must download PDF import from www.libreoffice.org/features/extensions/ and install using the instructions on that site. It should be able to import and allow you to edit and save PDF files. This option is easier to use than the next option that I will give you. If you prefer to use a different program altogether, install PDF Editor from the Ubuntu Software Center. On the surface, this option seems simple enough, but it has great power that is not immediately obvious. Advanced users can learn to use PDF Edit in scripts to make sweeping changes quickly. Of course, as with most powerful tools, it comes with the cost of complexity and learning how to use it. And for those advanced users who intend to write a lot of complicated documentation, then there's DocBook Format. The most common recommendation for Ubuntu is a program called Publican. Publican is not just an editor, it is also a publication system for DocBook. It tests your XML to ensure it is a valid DocBook form so that your output conforms to publication standards. It automates output into multiple formats such as HTML and PDF, and it allows complete control for custom skimming and formatting. You can install Publican from the Ubuntu Software Center. And another more powerful option is XML Copy Editor. It is designed for editing most markup languages including XML, DocBook, DITA, and more. It also features schema validation, syntax highlighting, tag completion, and spell checking. This is the most useful option for the professional documentation specialist. You can install XML Copy Editor from the Ubuntu software repositories, and their website has a version available for use on Windows. You can go to http://xml-copy-editor.sourceforge.net for more on this. And then there's a productivity suite called LaTeX. LaTeX was created for and is widely used in academia. A couple of the more popular LaTeX editors are available from the Ubuntu Software Center. And you can also create and edit using any text editor, including Gedit, G-E-D-I-T. TextMaker not only has a version in the Ubuntu Software Center, but also offers versions for Windows and Mac operating system 10 from www.xm1math.net/textmaker/. This TextMaker is easy to use and it's free. The program has been around for a while, it is stable and has many useful features and is rather popular in the text world. Then there's LYX, which follows suit with both a version in the Ubuntu Software Center and versions available for Windows and Mac OS X from its website at www.lyx.org. The main appeal of LYX users is its graphical interface, which makes it an interesting bridge, so it's easy to use. It also has many plugins available to expand functionality. Then there's Kile, K-I-L-E. It was written and designed for use with KDE. As such, it blends in well with Kubuntu, but will run well on a standard Ubuntu installation. It also has a Windows version available, and you can get that at http://kile.sourceforge.net. That's http://kile.sourceforge.net to get more on that. And lastly, there are other solutions, primarily Crossover Office from CodeWeavers, which will enable you to use Microsoft productivity applications. If you're after a closer to painless way of running not only Microsoft Office, but also Apple, iTunes, and other software, you should investigate CodeWeavers. Crossover Office is one of the simplest programs you can use to get Windows-based programs to work, and you can check that out at www.codeweavers.com to download a trial version of the latest software. And I'll end here with giving you some reference links that you can go to. For example, LibreOffice.org or DocumentFoundation.org, OpenOffice.org. Then you've got gnome.org/gnome-office. Then there's koffice.org and codeweavers.com, as I mentioned. I'll leave some others in the show description, but for the most part, I think we've covered a great deal on LibreOffice, Productivity Suite, and a lot more today. And it is important to understand that even though free and open source software does very well most of the time, especially with less complex documents, it is not 100% compatible with Microsoft Office. Many businesses have found already a way to benefit from the free and open source software, such as Office productivity suites like LibreOffice. They have the cost benefits of not having to pay license fees or support costs. However, more applications beyond this are available in Ubuntu, and you'll just have to research that for yourself and explore the endless amount of possibilities. Well, that's our show for today. Where does the time go? Wow, we're nearing the end of another program. I've decided to commit to at least 1 or 2 shows a month. And as I mentioned in previous programs, the shows will be about 30 minutes in length. The programs will be on demand and pre-recorded. And in that way, I'll be able to get to you information that is straight to the point. So if you enjoyed our program today, tell a friend, turn them on to the show, let them know about the Linux Guy Guru. Your help is important in making this show a success. If you'd like to contact the show, you can do so by simply emailing us at linuxguyguru@gmail.com. That's linuxguyguru@gmail.com. And for additional information, we also have a website you can go to, linuxguy.guru. That's linuxguy.guru. And on the website, you'll find videos, and you'll be able to contact us for more information. And should you be in the New York City area, we can help you convert your Windows or Apple computer to a new Linux-based operating system with grace and ease at an affordable rate. And our next program is about multimedia applications, sound and music, graphics manipulation, using digital cameras, burning CDs and DVDs in Ubuntu, for example, and a whole lot more. So don't miss our next episode. I guarantee there is a lot to learn about Linux, and we've only just begun. In the future, we'll talk about many more topics about Linux, and I will open up the world of Linux to all of you listeners, I promise. This is my love, my passion, and you will see that learning Linux is as easy as following these broadcasts and following the tips that I give you along the way, and you'll learn that you will find internet freedom and sovereignty sooner and be grateful for it, and you'll benefit for years to come. So tell your friends about the Linux Guy Guru. I look forward to you helping me build this station and build a relationship around the world for people who truly want internet freedom. There is another operating system other than Apple's and Windows, and I am here to share the information with you. So by all means, come, learn, and pass it on. This is Jay Benjamin signing out and logging out. Till next time.